as the NBA rigged games. Welcome to the Put 'em on a Poster podcast. If you're new to the channel, my name's Chandler, and let's get into the video today, man. So today we're going to talk about NBA Rivals Week, but we're also going to talk about the final game of NBA Rivals Week, and arguably the most controversial game of the week. We got the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Man, oh man, this game was a back and forth dog fight, bro. The Lakers came to play in that game, man. They were going at it back and forth, back and forth. Boston was taking the lead. LA would take the lead. They were going at it, dude. It was nonstop. But ultimately, it wasn't the result of the game that mattered. It was what happened before the game ended that mattered. In the last couple seconds of the game, LeBron James drove to the lane, took a left-handed layup, and was fouled by Jason Tatum. It was an obvious foul. It was a blatant foul. There was no denying it. But the referees didn't call it. The referees did not call it. And LeBron James, man, if y'all look on Twitter, if y'all look anywhere, man, he was heated. Like, he was on the floor. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, what the hell? Like, he was furious with the referees. And, like, you saw Patrick Beverley coming from the sideline with the camera going to literally show a referee a picture of a reporter's camera and say, how is that not a foul? It was blatantly obvious. And the referees, the 2-minute report that comes out after NBA games, if you don't fully understand what the 2-minute report is, I'll give a little recap. So the 2-minute report is something that comes out from like the referee association, all this stuff in the NBA, and it says, okay, if there is a controversial play, this review will come out and they'll say, all right, it was either this way or it was this way. The refs either got it right or they got it wrong. NBA 2-minute report came out right away and said that was a foul. And I mean, it was blatantly obvious. It was he got smacked in the arm on the way up. There was no denying that it was a foul, and the referee didn't call it. And as a result of this, the Lakers lost in overtime. They didn't play great in overtime. They lost. They blew it. And in my opinion, because the game was 102-102 before it went to overtime. If LeBron gets that foul call there's no doubt in my mind LeBron makes at least one and ends the game. I mean, there's 0.0 seconds left on the clock. If there is anything, it's probably 0.2 seconds. Like, you can't get a shot off that quick. There's no way. And so, in my opinion, if this foul happened, if this foul call was granted, I don't think there's any way the Lakers lose this game. The Lakers continue their win streak. They go into the next game in an excited mood and ready to keep competing and keep winning. And, this isn't the only time this has happened to the Lakers. There's been multiple times where this has happened. The Lakers played the Dallas Mavericks probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was 2 foul calls that were blatant foul calls. Neither one of them were called. Troy Brown Jr. shot a game-winning 3 to try to send it into overtime. He gets fouled. He gets smacked on the arm by Tim Hardaway Jr. He's shooting like this, smacked on the arm, no foul call. And I mean, this one it's a little bit iffy. This one, if you're in full motion, you can't really fully tell. And I mean, you had to look back at replay to fully understand it. But in case you don't know, the NBA coaches, they get challenges. Darvin Ham already used this challenge earlier in the game. And so therefore, this was sent to overtime. And here's the worst part. Here's the worst part about it. In overtime, another foul call happens. Another blatantly obvious foul call. LeBron James drives, is going for a reverse layup. Christian Wood smacks his arm like this. He can't even go up with the ball. There's no opportunity for him to shoot a shot. Nothing happens. No foul call, no nothing. Goes into double overtime. Dallas Mavericks win. And so after this game, Lakers are heated. This is their second time getting screwed. Third time pretty much getting screwed. They play the Philadelphia 76ers later on. Joel Embiid grabs Russell Westbrook's wrist when he's trying to go up and drive for a layup. Another foul. Blatantly obvious. Not called. And so if you look online, you see these players, man, they are mad. They are heated. Anthony Davis, he goes out straight to the media and says, it's BS. It's ridiculous. There needs to be adjustments. There needs to be something. You look at Dennis Schroeder's Instagram story. He calls out the NBA and refs directly. He's like, I don't understand how this isn't a foul call. And you look today, LeBron James posted on his Instagram story tagging Jason Tatum, and he's like, good block, man. Good block. And it's, obviously it's a sarcastic statement, and it blatantly is. I mean, it was a foul. It was a clear foul. It was fully deserved. And Jason Tatum reposted, and he's like, it's a good game, King. I mean, he knew it too. this isn't the only time this has happened to the Lakers, and this isn't the only time this has happened all season. There's been multiple instances of blatantly missed calls, blatantly blown calls. Like, I mean, you look back, Memphis and the Knicks played probably about a month or two ago, and Ja Morant stepped out of bounds with like a minute left, or like 20 or 10 seconds left in overtime. Missed call, nothing happened. I mean, if you look online and if you go to YouTube and you type in Free Dawkins, he's a YouTuber, does a lot of highlights, NBA clips. I fully recommend him. He's a great guy, or like great at what he does. There's an entire 10-minute long video of blown calls that have blatantly decided a game, and that was 2 months ago. 2 months ago. And there's still more that's happening now. Like this one that just happened on Rivals Week. And yes, I mean, Rivals Week was a great concept by the NBA. I've loved it. There was a lot of big time games this week. I mean, Clippers and Lakers played earlier this week. That was okay. But Mavericks and Suns, Luka Doncic got hurt, and Spencer did what he stepped up. He had like 38 points. He played in a great game. And I mean, there was more games that happened this week too that were good. The battle of the two bigs, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. Joel Embiid masterclass, by the way. I'm just saying, he was incredible, man. They put up like 44 and 15 or something on the MVP, the two-time MVP. Give Embiid his flowers, man. He's so special. But let's get back to what we were talking about. So with this, it's like, do NBA referees need punished? Like, because I mean, there is a massive skill gap. Don't get me wrong. There is a massive skill gap between the college level and the NBA. I mean, the NBA referees are like the best at what they do. So you can't exactly full on punish these guys. Like I was watching Kenny Beecham. His name's Kenny Beecham. He has a channel called Kenny For Real. I'm gonna put the link in the description to it. I'm gonna put a link in the description to the video. He was talking in his video. He was saying the skill gap is insane. Like you watch college games, you're like, okay, this call would not happen in the NBA, or the referee would not blow his whistle in the NBA. And you can't exactly punish these referees because it's like, what are you going to do? Because, I mean, these guys, like, they're getting these jobs because they're good at what they do. And, I mean, yes, referees blow calls every now and then. Like, that's a given thing. It happens. But, I mean, what exactly needs done? Do these referees need fines for blowing calls? Do they need suspensions? I mean, like, it's like what I was just saying. Suspensions, it's a tough topic because these people are the best at what they do. And these people got these jobs for a reason. They're talented at what they do. But this makes you think, like, even further in the past, it makes you think more. It's like, did these NBA referees rig these games? I mean, you look back at the finals where it was Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal versus Dirk Nowitzki. There was a couple interesting plays in that finals. And you can make the argument that Dallas should have won those finals. I mean, there was a couple big time plays that happened in that game. And like in game 5 and game 6, Dwayne Wade shot like 20 free throws each himself. Like, I mean, you can't just do that stuff like that. That's something that, arguably there's something going some sort of way. And you look furthermore in the Western Conference Finals, you had the Sacramento Kings playing the Los Angeles Lakers. And there was a couple foul calls in that game that was very interesting. You look back at Kobe Bryant. Kobe elbowed Mike Bibby in the face. No foul call there. There was a lot of ticky-tack calls, and it makes you wonder, and it makes you go deeper into it, and you're like, okay, are NBA refs rigging these games for, these big market teams? Are NBA referees rigging these games to have their superstars win? And I mean, yes, you look at this game, this is Boston versus LA. This is the biggest game of the season, and it makes you wonder, it's like, this game's 102 to 102. Is this foul not getting called to send this game into overtime to get more and more people invested to it? Because if you look back at it, like there's no way LeBron's missing one free throw. Like he's gonna make one of those free throws in that little time, and the game's gonna be over. So it makes you wonder, like in this game, did they call this foul or did they not call this foul with the purpose of sending this game in the overtime and getting more and more viewership? And so you look back into deeper situations and you think, okay, did these games get rigged for this certain purpose? Did these games get rigged to have these bigger market teams, the bigger market stars, the best players in the league, the biggest players in the league? Are these games getting rigged for them? Are these games getting rigged to see these bigger market teams have a better matchup? I mean, it's a fully interesting concept, and it makes you deep dive and wonder, like, what is going on behind the scenes? Because I mean, you look back and there's been proven evidence of NBA refs rigging games. Like you look back at Tim Donaghy, and in case you don't know Tim Donaghy, I'll give a little quick recap. He's an NBA referee who used to bet on games. He used to go through outside sources, and he'd bet specifically on one team to win, and he would not necessarily call fouls, call ticky-tack, but he would call ticky-tack fouls or ticky-tack plays on certain teams to kind of rig the game to go another way, because he would look around the league and he'd say, okay, this ref doesn't like this guy, this ref doesn't like this guy. I can bet on this team and we can go at these players specifically. And so it makes you wonder, like, is there certain refs that have these little dilemmas, or are there certain refs that are like, okay, this is my favorite team, I want my team to win? And it's something that you can't understand the concept from our view as a fan. You have to be like inside the NBA office and fully get that grasp behind the scenes of what is going on, and like what are they doing? Are they trying to do this on purpose? And so it's very interesting to think about. And ultimately, I don't know if there's something that will come out about it. Maybe there will be. But man, something needs to happen. I don't know. It's like what I was saying. I don't know if there needs to be penalties, there needs to be fines, there needs to be suspensions. I don't know what it is, but something needs to happen. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get done with this video. I just want to say thank y'all for sticking around. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, man, subscribe. Hit that like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.